Welcome into WHKY-TV News for this Tuesday, June 23rd. Rob Eastwood in for Ralph Mangum. Well, it was in the 80s today across the greater Hickory Metro, and we do have a risk for storms all the way until tomorrow morning. Fentress Fountain will have details in the weather forecast later on in this news. Fentress also has the crime report tonight. Jason Savage has sports, and he's got news from Catawba Valley Community College, Caldwell Community College, and Appalachian State University. Also later in the newscast, Fentress has a report on possible aid for those who have suffered hardships as a result of COVID-19. Speaking of COVID-19, that tops the news again this evening. 15 new cases of the coronavirus were confirmed today in Catawba County, increasing the total to 615 with 13 deaths. There are 11 people in the hospital in Catawba County. That total remains the same as yesterday. Remember, it increased to 16 over the weekend. At least 275 patients have recovered from COVID-19 in Catawba County, and there have been 3,145 negative test results. The updates from Burke and Caldwell counties on Monday showed increases in COVID-19 cases from their previous updates. Burke County reported 894 cases yesterday, an increase of 21 from the previous update Saturday. There were 19 coronavirus-associated deaths in Burke County. Caldwell County reported 311 cases yesterday, 9 more than the previous update Saturday. Caldwell County has 4 COVID-19 related deaths. 11 people were hospitalized in Caldwell Monday. The numbers reported Sunday from the North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services showed higher case totals in both Caldwell and Burke counties. Caldwell County officials said that they are reporting fewer cases than the state is showing. The county reports cases once the healthcare provider who conducted the test shares pertinent patient information and confirms test results. Until the county receives that information, they do not add cases to their log. On Monday, Caldwell County officials learned of an outbreak at a local long-term care facility and a cluster of cases at a local business. Brockford Inn Assisted Living has 2 cases connected to the facility, and Baker Waste Equipment had 7 employees test positive. Due to the hot weather, the Burke County Health Department is changing the times of COVID-19 testing. Starting this Thursday, June 25th, the Health Department will only be doing testing outside from 8 a.m. until noon. To make an appointment for COVID-19 testing in Burke, call 828-764-9150. To make the appointment, it is requested that you do not come into the building to schedule an appointment or to get the test. There were no new coronavirus cases reported yesterday in Alexander County. The case count remained at 62 with no deaths. In other news, the Hickory Police Department is continuing to seek the public's assistance in solving a 3.5-year-old hit-and-run case. The incident occurred November 28th of 2016. It was approximately 8 p.m. on that date. The incident occurred in the 200 block of 12th Avenue Northeast between Viewmont Baptist Church and the Cupboard Express Exxon convenience store across Highway 127 from Dunkin' Donuts. A pedestrian was struck during that hit and run. The victim, 28-year-old Joshua Edward Holden of Hickory, who you're looking at right now, was found on the ground with severe injuries believed to be sustained from being struck by a vehicle. Holden was transported to Fry Regional Medical Center and then later to Baptist Hospital in Winston-Salem, where he died as a result of his injuries on May 2nd, 2017. The Hickory Police Department is continuing this investigation, and they ask anyone who may have witnessed the incident, has information, or was in contact with Holden on November 28th of 2016 to contact Sergeant Jeff Medley at 828-261-2645 or jmedley@hickorync.gov. A man has been charged with multiple felony counts in connection to 2 recent incidents in Morganton. 21-year-old Imaya Kayron Wooten of Lytle Street in Morganton was arrested Saturday by Morganton public safety officers. He was charged with felony counts of first-degree burglary and robbery with a dangerous weapon. Shortly after 10:30 p.m. Friday, officers with the Morganton Department of Public Safety were dispatched to 209 Heron Street in reference to a burglary. The victim in this case reported a man had entered his residence through a window and fled the scene after being confronted by the homeowner. After an extensive search of the area, officers were unable to find any suspects. Approximately 90 minutes later, shortly after midnight Saturday morning, public safety officers were dispatched to an address on Lyman Court in reference to an armed robbery and burglary. The victim told officers that a man broke into his home and then held him at knife point until he gave him his cell phone along with cash. The man then left the residence. Officers and investigators canvassed the area and they found Imaya Kayron Wooten walking near the scene. Wooten matched the descriptions given by both victims. Clothing matching the description of the suspect and property from one of the crime scenes were found at Wooten's residence and seized by investigators. Wooten was placed in jail in Morganton under a $100,000 secured bond. He has a district court appearance scheduled for July 13th. While more law enforcement news is coming up, Fentress Fountain has your crime report after this break here on WHKY-TV News.